Right, this video is on solving equations with variables on both sides. When we do this, first we want to make sure that we get all of our variables on one side and all the numbers on the other side. That's going to be our first goal. After that, then it just becomes a 1 or 2 step equation, and we solve for our variable. So here we have 3x plus 4 equals 5x minus 10. I'm going to draw this line. And remember, I can't combine things if they're on opposite sides of the equal sign. I can't combine them just by adding or subtracting. So we have to use our inverse operations to do that. What I like to do, and it doesn't really matter because you can move the 3x over here or you can move the 5x over here. I like to start with the smaller number. So 3 is smaller than 5. So I'm going to get rid of this 3x. Now this is a positive 3x. So to get rid of it, I'm going to subtract 3x. 3x minus 3x is 0, so that would go away. And if I do that on this side, I have to do it on the other side as well. Those go away. The 3x minus 3x is 0. It goes away. We still have a plus 4 or just a 4 equals 5x minus 3x, which is 2x minus 10. Now again, we still want to get all of our variables on one side and the numbers on the other. So because I have a variable here, I want to get anything that doesn't have a variable in it on this other side. So that means we want to move this minus 10. So it's a negative 10. Think of it like a negative 10, so we want to add 10 to both sides. Four plus 10 is 14, is equal to 2x. Now, the 2 is being multiplied by x. We want to get rid of that, so we use our opposite and divide by 2. Those cancel out. 14 divided by 2 is 7, so x is equal to 7. Again, we can always go back and plug this back in. 7 times 3 is 21 plus 4 is 25. 5 times 7 is 35 minus 10 is 25. So both sides you get the same thing, and so that means it checks out. Let's look at another example. Now this example, we have numbers out in front of our parentheses. So we are going to use our distributive property. We're going to multiply that 5 through on this side, and we're going to multiply this 7 through on this side. 5 times y is 5y. 5 times a minus 4 is a minus 20. 5 times 4 is 20 equals 7 times 2 is 14, and then we have the y, 7 plus 7 times 1, which is 7. Now we just have a problem like we just started off with in this case. We want to get our variables on the same side. Like I said, I like to move the smaller one. It generally has you dealing with negative numbers less, but sometimes you have to deal with them, and that's just the way it is. I'm going to move this 5 here. It's a positive 5y, so I'm going to subtract 5y from both sides. Those go away. That leaves me with a negative 20 equals 14y minus 5y is 9y plus 7. Now again, our goal is to get the variables on one side and any numbers on the other side. So I have my variable here. I don't want to move it again, so I'm going to move this 7, and we're going to subtract 7 because it's a plus 7. Those go away. Negative 20 minus 7, remember that's a negative, so it's going to be a negative 27 equals, and then we have the 9y. Now it's just a one-step equation at this point, and we are going to get this 9, rid of this 9, so divide both sides by 9. Those cancel out. That gives me y is equal to negative 27 divided by 9 is a negative 3. We can go ahead and check this out too. I'll actually write this one out. So we have 5 times a negative 3 minus 4. And then we're going to have a 7 times 2 times a negative 3 plus 1. Order of operations say that we have to do what's inside the parentheses. Negative 3 minus 4 is going to be a negative 7. So we have a 5 times negative 7, which is going to be a negative 35. Negative 2, or 2 times negative 3 is a negative 6. Negative 6 plus 1 is a negative 5. So we have 7 times negative 5. And that is also going to equal a negative 35. So this checks out. Our answer works. All right, so you have an assignment that goes with this, and make sure that you do the lesson quiz on Schoology as well.